Good to see everybody. It's great to be here in London. I want to thank. Obviously, it's a lot of work goes into coming here when you bring an entire football team and our football operations department. Chip Conway, his entire group, working for months on this, especially when you leave the day after a game. So everything's been first class. The fields here, our hotel, the historic Wembley Field. All the people here have been first class, and just look forward to playing a really good Jacksonville Jaguars team on Sunday. Also, really appreciate our players. Obviously, a hard-fought game on Sunday, and then to have to get on a flight on Monday, and they've embraced it. I think it's a really good time to get out of town and come here and come together. And, I think that it'll galvanize this football team. So happy to take your questions. Look forward to the game, obviously, on Sunday.
George, at 2-5, I can't imagine you would have thought that this would be a 2-5 football team.
Yeah.
How disappointing is it at this point?
Yeah, obviously, the results aren't there. Obviously, not good enough. 2-5, and we all need to get better. And it starts with me. But I do believe in this football team. I do believe in the people in our building, our coaching staff, that we can turn it around. It's only 7 games. Obviously, we've been in every game, and that's not what it's all about. It's about winning games, and we need to learn how to win football games. We haven't done that.
Do you still have confidence in Coach Hackett? I know it's early, but he's getting a lot of criticism, more than I've seen for most of a first-year head coach.
Yeah, I believe in Nathaniel. I support Nathaniel 100%. He's been in this 7 games, as a head coach. The scrutiny he's faced is unprecedented. We've had 4 primetime games, so he's kind of had to learn in front of the entire world. But I really like how the team, he's kept the team together. They're connected. He's kept our building together. And I appreciate how he's fought through that.
Where do you think the offense has fallen short?
Oh, Mike, it's not just one thing, as you can see. I think, a lot of newness, Mike, a new coaching staff, a lot of new players, new quarterback, new schemes. It doesn't come all together, and I knew it wasn't going to be a well-oiled machine. I thought it would take time, and obviously it has, but there's a lot we have to work on. Then you have some injuries in offense. You start to learn, our staff's trying to learn each other. Our players are trying to learn each other. So it's just a lot. No excuses. We need to play better. Obviously, the offense isn't good enough to win games. Defense has kept it in it, but the offense has to play better.
How much of an impact does Sunday's game, win or lose, have it with the trade deadline just 2 days later on whether you make moves or not?
Yeah, really, we're just trying to win this game. Really shouldn't have any impact on what we do. And, we just look forward to Sunday.
How would you evaluate Russell's play so far? Obviously, he struggled, had some injuries. How would you evaluate
Yeah, Russell, obviously, like I talked about with Mike, is a lot of newness. He's trying to learn this staff. The staff's trying to learn him and all of our players. We know what Russ is capable of, and it's our job to get the best out of Russ and our entire offense. And I know we'll get there. But you've seen the flashes with Russ, whether it was the first half of the Raiders, first half of Chargers. You see the arm strength, the accuracy, the mobility, and we all need to play better. That's for sure on offense.
Bradley Chubb is the type of guy that you have to make a decision on. He's the one guy maybe that can generate the first or second round pick in the trade market, or there's a contract one way or the other. Where are you specifically?
Yeah, I'll keep that, Mike. With Bradley and his agent. You know how much we like Bradley. We want to keep all of our core players, and he's one of our core players.
Hindsight being about you need to learn how to win games for a team, and obviously the past 6 years this organization has struggled with it. How can they make that turn mid-season when you're kind of seeing those struggles again?
Yeah, no, I think what we've learned, we need to make plays in the end of games to win games, and we haven't done that. In all our games, we've either fumbled a punt or didn't make a catch. It's just a lot that goes into it. And, even last year, I felt this team needed to learn how to win, and we're still learning, unfortunately.
Under the heading, hindsight is 2020, did this team have too much newness to be successful early?
I don't think so. I think we're a work in progress. I do. I think we're a work in progress. I feel like we're going to get it. We've been very close, and, I hope this Sunday you can see it.
How does a team learn to win?
You win.
Okay.
You just win. That's a really good question. I think if we knew, we'd all have that magic potion. But I feel we've been in every game, as you guys have seen. It hasn't always been pretty, but we're right in it, and we just need to come out the other side.
When you mentioned Nathaniel learning in front of the world, where have you seen him
make Sarth?
Yeah, I mean, I see the day-to-day with Nathaniel. I see him in front of the team. You know, he's kept this team together. It's hard to lose 5 games like we've lost, and Nathaniel has great leadership, and he's kept this team together. He's kept his coaching staff and really our entire building together.
What
When
are your
you watch
conversations
Russell-
and relationship with the new ownership group over the course of the season?
Yeah, I mean, they've been great. You know, really good. You know, Greg, I probably speak with Greg the most, and he's been a sounding board for me and Nathaniel. He's been supportive of our entire organization, and he's been great. The communication's been great, as with Kerry and Rob as well.
When you
What kinds
watch
of
Russell,
questions has he asked you?
I'm going to keep that between us. Yeah, sorry. I'll probably keep that between us. He's asked a lot of questions, and he should, and he's been outstanding.
when you watch Russell play, you said there's the newness of it. You're not concerned that it's, you know, he's going to be 34 in November, right? And what do you see when you see him being this inconsistent? We're not
Yeah,
used to
no,
seeing-
I'm not, you know, I'm not concerned. You know, we're in it for the long haul with Russ, not the first 7 games. We believe in Russ. I believe in Russ. We just need to play better on offense, and the timing and the rhythm, and we need an identity. You know, we really don't have an identity in offense, and I think that comes with time, and again, hopefully it comes soon.
George,
Time
you
for a
mentioned,
few more for George.
You mentioned the defense is keeping you guys engaged. You look at the stats and they're polar opposites.
Yeah.
How do you, or do you get involved with making sure there isn't a division that ends up with this team? Because that can happen.
Sure. I mean, that's up to the coaches and our leaders on this team, and the defense has kept us in it, you know, and we need more from special teams. We need more from our offense, but the defensive, you know, they're borderline elite, and but they can get better. We feel they can get better. They need to turn the ball over more, need to play better against the run, but it's a really good defense.
What do you
George,
want?
George,
What do you want the
the injuries? I think you guys are number 1 in the league. with
Yeah.
Space on IR. What sort of strain has that put on you guys in the front office?
Yeah, no excuses. We need to win. And obviously, you got to look at the injuries. We have to look more in depth on the injuries. You know, it's hard to every year. You know, I think the last 6 years we've been one of the more injured teams. So we're looking into it. We looked into it last offseason, and we need to continue to look at it.
Russell's contract, you know, did you consider waiting to see him play before you gave him the contract extension? And then why did you go ahead
Yeah, I
and
mean,
pay him
we
the-
considered everything, Mike. I mean, you know, we just wanted to get ahead of the contract cycle. We had saw how Russ was, you know, in the offseason and training camp, felt really good about Russ. We feel really good about Russ. Just really wanted to get ahead of it. We didn't want a lot of distraction during the season. We feel really good about it. I feel good about that deal. I feel like it will hold up. I feel good about Russ.
Guys, we'll do final 2, Jeff and then Brandon Kristoff.
Better hope these guys
Oh,
are-
sorry.
Have you gotten calls on players? You've seen the names in the news. Chubb, Judy.
Yeah, I mean, I work the phones a lot, you know, and they call. You know, I talk to GMs, you know, all the time. So we do have received calls. Obviously, nothing imminent. You know, we're going to do whatever's best for this football team, and we do like our players. You know, we're not in the mode of getting rid of our really good players.
You're not a seller.
We are going to do what's best for the team. Jeff. Yes.
We'll do last one, Brandon Kristoff.
George, kind of bigger picture, trades notwithstanding, what do you want to see from the second half that'll deem it a success?
Right. I want to see growth, and I want to see wins. We all want to see wins, and I think it's really important. You know, growth from the offense, growth from the special teams. But we want to win. We're all in this to win. You know, we're all here to win. You know, it's great to be here, but we all want to win.